Hello, I'm Sarah Langslow. I'm a leadership coach based in London, and today I would like to talk about listening. So why is listening important? Well, I'm sure all of us have experienced that time where we've been in a conversation with someone and it looks like they're listening, but they just can't hear us. They're not actually hearing what we're trying to say. So listening is a skill. It's a skill we can work on, a skill we can develop. And dare I say it, a skill I think a lot of us aren't always terribly good at. Me too. So today I'm going to talk about two things that we can do to be better at listening. So the first one is slow down. Really slow down. Now, why is that important? Well, you've probably heard of this concept of our kind of back brain, our lizard brain, where things happen very automatically and very fast. And our front brain, our prefrontal cortex, is where we get to make decisions and choose. By slowing things down, we bring it from that very automatic back brain into our front brain so we can actually choose what we're listening for. We can notice what we're doing at the time it's happening. You'll probably find this feels weird and uncomfortable. It feels artificial at first to slow down that much because a lot of us live life, especially our working lives, a big old hurry. Everything's urgent. Everything's like, now, move on, get on with it, take less time, be short, have shorter meetings. So we have to know when it's important to slow down, when we really need to listen, and then we really need to do it on purpose. The second thing, which is connected to that, is when we do slow down, we want to choose our intention. Choose what we're listening for or where we're listening from. What does that mean? Now, most of us from that back brain will have an automatic way that we listen. A very common one is that we're sort of subconsciously listening for problems so that we can fix them. Sometimes we might be listening for fault or blame to make sure it's not us. We might be listening for what we're right about. But we'll have a subconscious way of doing it. When we slow down, we can bring it to the front brain because those don't tend to be very helpful. So if we think about the conversation we're in, we can think about the kind of listening that we need to do. So say a team member's come to us with something they're finding challenging. We might just listen to really hear them and listen for what they are asking for, rather than dive in with what we think they need or dive in with the answer. If we're in a feedback conversation, when we've given feedback, we might be listening for, did they hear it? Did they really understand it? Was I clear? Equally, we might listen for, what are they committing to take on? What action are they going to take on as a result of the feedback? Sometimes we might just be listening to understand someone. Sometimes when people come to us, friends, colleagues, team members, they might just need to offload something. They don't actually need us to do anything beyond be someone who can see them and understand them and see where they're at. So if we slow down and choose where we want to listen for, those two things can help us be much more effective at listening. And when you're on the other side of that, you tend to feel heard, feel understood, feel seen, and actually feel respected. And that is a great thing to achieve, whether it's in your team or with a friend or even in a relationship. So give it a go. See if you can notice where your automatic listening comes from and see what happens when you slow things down and really choose a different intention. Let me know how you get on.